Well, hello. In this film, I'm going to talk about shooting wildlife film with a 600mm lens, handheld. Can you do it? Here's a question we're going to explore today in this video. Hello and welcome back to the channel. So the real question is, can you shoot handheld video at 600 with a 600mm lens and the footage actually be watchable? Of course you can wave your lens around like Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber, but the footage is not likely to be acceptable. A few years ago, I would say the answer to this question is no, you can't shoot handheld at 600mm. However, modern cameras have advanced. Both the lens nowadays, in most modern cameras, the lens has vibration reduction, and so does the camera body. And with good cameras, the lens and the body work together to stabilize the image to quite an incredible degree. So we used to, or we still do, for the very best video quality, you use this stuff, don't you? Tripods. I sometimes use a beanbag, smaller tripods. There are all sorts of ways, and of course a lot of people these days use monopods, which are all great for getting good stable video. So why would you want to discard all this stuff and use and shoot your video, especially with a long lens, which the longer the lens, the greater the amount of a small movement in your body, or a small movement in just the wind blowing your camera lens, or a small movement will be exaggerated the longer the lens. And 600mm is quite a long lens, so the challenge is really quite considerable with a long lens. But modern cameras have got, as I said, have got much better stabilization. So can you discard this stuff? Can you discard this? And why would you want to? Well, obviously the first question is, this stuff is heavy to carry around. But the other thing for me is, this stuff takes time to set up. And I like to shoot action, I like to shoot animal behavior, I like to photograph and film what I come across in the wild. I like to respond to the environment that I'm in, and to the behavior of the animals that I'm observing. And to do that, if you see a seagull chasing a duckling or something like that, by the time you've got your tripod legs, by the time you've set everything up, the action is over. So obviously for certain situations, so for example a staged shot, you've got plenty of time to set up your equipment, you've got plenty of time to put your camera on a stable platform to get the best quality result. But at the other end of the scale, where you're dealing with fast action, you may have to compromise, and this is what I'm discussing really, I suppose, today, and the kind of photography and filming that I do, is to look at maybe sacrificing a little bit on the quality side to capture the action. So let's get rid of all this stuff and have a look at what you can capture with a modern camera, which has a vibration reduction in the lens and has image stabilization in the body of the camera. What can we capture? Is the footage acceptable? Is the footage not jerking around so much that it's distracting and you can't concentrate on the subject of the film? So let's have a look at some examples. Well, I hope you found that interesting, and let me know in the comments below whether you feel that the handheld video clips that I've shown you are watchable. And I think it's very much a personal thing. It depends on how you feel about maybe a little slightly lower quality film, but maybe a little bit more impromptu. I don't mind the impromptu stuff myself, but let me know what you think, and whether you think that shooting at 600 millimeters handheld is viable and might work for you. If you haven't given it a go, give it a try, and thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.